ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Arizona Wildcats, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Arizona's offense will get first crack at it today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each other.
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
The short hands, it's Johnson.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
To throw, it's St. Clair. Makes the catch.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Got it in the middle, it's Penn. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, with his speed, they're going to keep blitzing him over and over because you'll get results like that right there. Kind of reminds you of Joe Kelly, a great linebacker at Washington in the 80s, or maybe Mason Foster as well. Those guys can go sideline to sideline, but they can also blitz. This guy can do it all.
It's third and goal and third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the Pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do it's hard to get inside the kicker's head. Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Washington Huskies offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's McMillan. Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was the completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on 3rd down was big.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Power football with the run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. That's caught. It's Phelps. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds some fresh air. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. A run for the quarterback. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole. Pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe. They can't dance. Run north-south and get that 1st down. Nice job.
So the offense gets an automatic 1st down after the roughing the passer penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll send the back in motion. Swings it out to the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Well, a short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the snap, it's Penn. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
And extra point. They're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. And that's a very productive 1st down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yards.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Pocket breaking down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
You can tell this quarterback and these wide receivers are on the same page. Quick read, quick throw, quick success.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with a relentless chase. I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Arizona has the offense humming, set up with another first down. A designed run for the quarterback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Gets it out quickly. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Arizona in a hurry. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Finds his man. It's Penn. Oh, headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Wildcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Running with the fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Alabama was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen over the years. Roll Tide, sure, but this one lacked any real style points.
to the air. It's McMillan. Fires to the right.
This could well be the biggest game we see all regular season, and this outcome promises to be a real talking point.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Washington sends out the punt team. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Penn. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. This time on target. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. On the move and looking deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around.
Here we go.
To the air, it's McMillan. Catch in the middle, it's Eldridge. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, And that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got him. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. All that speculation all week, and now we know.
There he goes. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll try it again. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now on first down from the 30. Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll pull it down. Got the first down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Arizona comes out with another first down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. On first and goal, let's see what Arizona does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the punishment has been extended.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Scanning the field, it's McMillan. Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This should be the last play of the quarter. The give to the back. And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the 4th. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. The throw to the outside is complete. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Fires to the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Back's got it. Touchdown, Arizona! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going. I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on first and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Smashes it between the uprights. And to settle for the field goal.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Grabbed in the middle, it's Penn. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you